Welcome back to Seafair 2008 right here on KIRO 7. So glad you're with us. Well, where is that Torchlight Run leader right now? That's what we're wondering.
Let's go up to Clark Stall right now in Chopper 7 to get a check on how things are going with the 2008 Wells Fargo Torchlight Run. Clark, good evening to you. First off, and how are we looking up there today?
Well, good evening, Golson. Conditions are absolutely perfect for a race. I'm not much of a runner, but if I was, this would be the race I'd want to be running in. That is the leader that you're looking at there. He just turned off of Highway 99 over toward Dexter Avenue. He'll be rounding the corner as we speak here in just a moment. He is about 100, maybe 150 yards ahead of the number 2 runner. Typically, when they start out in these races that I've seen over the years, there will be a group that'll break out, 3, maybe 4 or 5 runners, something like that. This guy busted out ahead right at the beginning, and he hasn't looked back yet. I don't know if it's a record pace yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we'll be watching him all the way to the finish line. Back to you.
Hey, Clark, what's the wind like up there? I mean, maybe this could be a record day if there's not too much headwind there.
No, there's very little wind out here. In fact, the airport is calling it light variable, and the temperature is perfect. Let me take a quick look. 67 degrees up here at 1,500 feet in Chopper 7, so ideal conditions, I would say.
Ideal for the runner, absolutely. Well, how about this guy breaking away? We will keep checking in and find out if he ends up being the winner, if he can keep that pace for the rest of the run. All right, Clark Stall live in Chopper 7. Thanks so much, Clark.
Weekend, now we go live for the final minutes of tonight's Seafair Torchlight Run. The runners are coming by us right now, and Clark Stall giving us an update on where the runners are. Clark, I hear we're a little bit more than maybe 2/3 through the run, and how are we looking?
Well, I'd say we're at least 2/3 of the way through the run here. We're still following the leader here, a gentleman by the name of Mark Carell. He's 24 years old. We're not certain where he's from yet, but we're trying to gain that information. And the number 2 runner is, we're told, about 3/4 of a block behind, which is a fairly significant distance. But you can see these guys are definitely world-class runners. The second one is Mike Sienko. I'm having some difficulty pronouncing that. I'm doing my best. I apologize. But that's the number 2 man there. And behind him, there is some distance between the rest of the runners. In fact, there are still some runners. The main pack is probably at least, maybe 1.5 miles or 2 back. So these guys are way out in front. We're approaching the, coming up on the Columbia Tower area right now. So they're only about maybe 3-4 minutes from the finish line, if that. They're going to be smoking in there pretty darn quick.
So that leader out there, Mark Carell there, Clark, is he looking like he's losing any wind, or is he still pretty strong right now?
Oh, no, he doesn't seem to have slowed down one bit. He's had that thing kicked into high gear all the way along the viaduct where we first picked him up, and when he broke away from the crowd, all the way through the downtown area, and now reaching the Soto district, or down by the stadiums. So he is not slowing down one single bit.
Wow, and Clark, you said he's about 3/4 of a block ahead of the next guy in the run?
That's what we're told. Yeah, in fact, we were looking for the number 2 guy. You know, there's a lot of obstructions downtown, so sometimes it's kind of difficult for us to get an eyeball on him and then keep track of the leader. But, yeah, we were told about 3/4 of a block behind, and that's what we saw a little while ago. It appears to be holding. In other words, the number 2 runner is certainly not gaining any speed or gaining any advantage at all.
All right, Clark, listen, while we get these pictures from Chopper 7, great pictures, by the way, on what's turned out to be a nice sunny evening here, but it's still
Perfect.
nice and cool. Let's go down to the ground and find out what's happening.
That's right. David Quinlan is at the finish line. Dave, what's going on down there?
Hey there, guys. Yeah, there is a pace car right there, so we're expecting the runner. We believe it's Mark Curl, 24-year-old. So he's expected to cross the finish line right here. The unofficial time I have right now is 24 minutes on the dot. The record is 24 minutes and 28 seconds. So it looks like he'll just fall short of the record. But here is a live picture right now of Mark, we understand, crossing the finish line.
Oh, look, he's still got
I'll
some
just
good
let you
kick
guys
there,
listen
Dave.
in for a second. Here it is.
You can see the guy behind him trying to catch him, and then, you know, there's no cluster of runners like we usually see. Just these 2 guys coming in first and second.
Just pushing it through, pushing it through.
This is a close race here. It's only about 50 yards apart
here from David. And, of course, it's always fun to talk to these guys once they finish. There he is.
It is.
There's your winner
Excellent.
There he
for
is.
this
Yeah,
year's
Mark.
Torchlight Run.
David, quite a crowd down there to greet the people as they cross the finish line.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Julie, but yeah, there's a good crowd out here. That's the 2 people who now across the finish line, and the gentleman there in the green you just saw a second ago. That's Mark Curl from 24 years old, and his time, don't have the actual time yet, but it is not the record. It was just shy of the record, maybe about 10, 15 seconds or so.
Wow.
And here's the
Still
third place
a
winner.
Strong finish there for all these guys here, first, second, and third. And of course, we want to stand by, and we know David's standing by to let us know about who the female leader is. We'll be getting that in a minute. So David and Clark, thanks for that. Back to you. But first, keeping with the whole sport. Here downtown, you know what? Runners are still pounding the pavement here as we're wrapping up the Torchlight Run. We do know that the 8K run, we do have a winner. David Quinlan has given them time to cool down a little bit so we can talk to them so they're not like breathing between every answer. And so, David Quinlan, what do you have?
Hey, so we're here at the finish line, and we're still trying to work out the finishing times because we think we may. No, we don't. We're still trying to get the times. We were close to the record, but anyways, we got the winners over here. And these guys, both of you guys are hauling tail. I mean, I have never seen such a good finish and strong start. Mark Curl, and you're from, where are you from in Yakima again?
Selah.
Selah, Yakima, but you live in Utah right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, tell us, we'll start with you. I mean, just off the start of the race, no one beat you. I mean, no one surpassed you the entire race. You were the leader the entire time.
Yeah.
How was it, man? How did you do it?
I don't know. I just ran how I usually do, and I wouldn't dare look back, because if I do, that would just throw me off. So there very well could have been somebody 500 yards behind me or 2 feet behind me. I just didn't. I just tried to ignore that the whole way.
Right. All right. And Vanessa Hunter, you're from Seattle, and you're obviously the female winner here. Your time was 28:04, so that's pretty impressive. What do you think?
2 seconds faster than I thought, so that's great. It was a great race overall. We got really lucky with the weather. I think that was probably pretty significant today, and yeah, it was a great run overall.
Where does this race rank with other races that you've competed in?
Do you mean in terms of time, like the same?
Time, just the atmosphere, just being here.
The atmosphere is definitely great. I think an evening race is always nice because there's so many, parade following. You have all the fans and the horns and the kids, and just a really good atmosphere overall. Sometimes the morning races can be a little lonelier, so this was very nice.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations, Mark. Vanessa, congratulations. So there you have it, guys. The 2 winners here, the male and female winner of this Torch Run race. An impressive finish, and we're trying to get those times to you. So once we get those times, we'll send it back to you up there in the booth. Wilson, Julie, back to you.
Night for the race. David, thanks so much.
Yeah, it's all good. Good to see those guys down there. Well.